Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Sarah Basak, who never wanted a debate. But guess what? Today we have a great debate here. That did Prophet Muhammad marry a child, Aisha, Hazrat Aisha, at the age of 6, consummating at the age of 9? So you are most welcome to join me in this debate. For the life of me, I don't know what I'm doing, yet I'm doing it. So please forgive me. Brian Adams' song, I know not what I do. When I tell the Muslims that this Quran is not from Allah, they don't understand. Then we have something on Twitter that I just recently saw because I was checking, someone telling me to help them. So I tried to help them. Anyways, I found out this debate going on. Oh, it's terrible. The Muslim lady exasperated with the speaker's corner, Bob in the speaker's corner, about child marriage of Muhammad. So Muslims have been quite, they start to educate themselves, and whether Muslim or whoever it is who has written an article on this, you can see my search for the truth in the Quran. In the Quran, truth. Yes, in the Quran, truth for the polytheists and all. You will, get it in Surah Nisa at 19. How the polytheists what they used to do with their widows, force them, and really. So we have even a doctor, with due respect, I saw Dr. Khalil Andani's tweet. So I was about to say that, tweet back to him, answer to his tweet, whatever you call it, tweet, that how do you know that Aisha did not marry, or Prophet Muhammad did not marry Aisha at the age of 6. Aisha did. Aisha had so I was going through all these articles. This one is on theguardian.com, by Miriam Francois Sarah. Innocence of Muslims repeated the claim Muhammad was a pedophile, but the story is more complex and interesting than that. Monday, 17 September 2012, 14 BST, okay? So no copyrights infringement intended. You can find the answer here. Some Muslims also have done great research on this. They've started to read their hadiths and all, writing about Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, the Orientalist scholar W. Montgomery Watt wrote, of all the world's great men, none has been so much maligned as Muhammad, and none have been so maligned as the polytheists in the Quran ayats. His quote seems all the more poignant in light of the Islamophobic film Innocence of Muslims, which has sparked riots from Yemen to Libya, and which, among other slanders, depict Muhammad as a pedophile. No copyrights infringement intended. The claim is a recurring one among critics of Islam, so its foundation deserves close scrutiny. Critics allege that Aisha was just 6 years old when she was betrothed to Muhammad, himself in his 50s, and only 9 when the marriage was consummated. They base this on saying attributed to Aisha herself, Sahih Bukhari, Volume 5, Book 58, number 234. Why in the world would Aisha malign Prophet Muhammad in this way? But we have reasons, and so did do the Shias. And the debate, because we have Surah Tahrim also annoying Prophet Muhammad so much so that he had to take an oath to break a law of Allah. Then this is really good to give a slap to the Christians who criticize this Prophet Muhammad, Sam Shaman and all. I mean academically, a slap, not physically. Rob Christian, Adam Seeker, and who else is there? Christian Prince. So all this. Muslims believe this to be a historically accurate account. And the debate on this issue is further complicated by the fact that some Muslims themselves believe this to be a historically accurate account. Now, you can read this further, right? So all this I was going through, and another article I've saved here. Sorry, I'm going to just leave the live chat. I'm not reading anything, any comments here. I've saved it in Chrome on my other tab, The Guardian, and there's another one if I have saved it. No. Yes, so all the The Guardian only has saved, and another one from where they point out in all this Arabian adulthood and Aisha, Asma, Abu Bakr's another daughter, Aisha's sister, was 100 years old at that time after Hijrah. So Aisha, regarding other hadiths, when you see that Aisha tried to malign Prophet Muhammad, and this hadith, even if she didn't try to malign Prophet Muhammad in this way, this hadith recorded in the Sahihs cannot be true, say Bukhari. Many things, and consent is given. Consent is the one. Consent, wives of Prophet Muhammad, she parents' home. Muhammad married a 6-year-old child. Aisha, daughter of Abu Bakr. Truth about Muhammad and Aisha, again Maryam, Francois, Chera or Sarah. Then we have Princeton University, Muhammad's marriage to Aisha. Is it true that Muhammad married a child bride by the name of Aisha when she was 53? And I found another article, so it cannot be because, I can't find that article. So I had to rush here, although here I cannot find it. Consent of spouses for marriage. In the Quran ayats, I just read an article saying that the Quran says both the bride and groom should give the consent. Marriage in Islam, 8 Quranic verses about marriage. You can read all this, and to save your time, Surah Nisa, do not marry former wives of your fathers except. Oh no. Seeking the women's consent before marriage. You can read fiqh. You can read all those and indulge in debates and back and forth, say yes, no. Muhammad, someone says Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad never married Aisha at such an age. Is this the word of God? Right? Or could Aisha have said the truth? But who would look at her hadith against the Quran ayats? Where does the Quran say that marriage is between consenting adults? So Surah Nisa at 6 and Surah Nisa at 19. You can bring these things out. Give us a hard time. Right? because you are so desperate. So desperate are Muslims. Okay, to correct this, that Prophet Muhammad was not a pedophile and he never married Aisha at the age of 6, consummating it at the age of 9. Peace wrote to Aisha at the age of 6, consummating the marriage at the age of 9. Aisha's age being 9 years old. And you can read all this. But you know where I would take you to, is this the word of the God? Is this the true word of God? I've taken you there. How many times am I going to take you there? Right? Then if this ayat, if there are contradictions, inconsistencies, much inconsistencies in the Quran ayats, it has to be from other than God. So please don't get angry with me here. So make me get angry also. Right? I know you are desperate. So much were maligned. These polities also were maligned. What they used to do to their widows? No, divorcees. Sorry, Surah Nisa at 19. Let's see. It is not lawful for you to become heirs to women against their will. O believers, the ayat goes like this, direct, verbatim, Arabic to English. O you who believe, not is lawful for you that you inherit the women by force, and not you constrained them, so that you may take a part of what you have given them, except that they commit immorality. Open and live with them in kindness, and if you dislike them, then perhaps that you dislike a thing and has placed Allah in it good, khairan, much good. So the first part, as the Shias might tell you, how the Arabic import of this ayat goes, O you who believe, not as lawful for you that you inherit the women forcefully. By force, you take it as like single, away from all this, that you cannot inherit, not own. What it mean? Inherit. Yeah, it does say here word inherit. O you who believe, not is lawful for you that you inherit the women by force. This the Shias will tell you. What will the Shias tell you? Again, you are making me repeat myself and all this nonsense is happening. Multilingual Quran I go to. Oh my God. So this nice man come and try to help me remove all the madness on Twitter. I go to Twitter, I'm not to see any post against him. Right? What's happening? Did I press comedy puya? Yes. So click on comedy puya. Now we go to Surah Nisa. So consent to it. Give women their dowers and the gift. Anything else you people need to argue about Christian and Muslims at the speaker's corner? And if you fear that you cannot act equitably towards orphans, then marry such in the right hands possess more proper that you may not deviate from right course. Please. And give women their dowries as free gift. But if they of themselves be pleased to give up to you a portion of it, then eat it with enjoyment and with wholesome result. Eat it Shakir translation, my goodness. And do not give away your property which Allah has made for you. Support to the weak of understanding. Please, if you want to be smart, you don't want to be, but please, you can be smart as Muslims. Sorry, I say that. Please be smart and intelligent. Or you can be like those humble politicians who clap and, oh, Radha, oh, Yeah, you be humble. I'm not to say. What I mean to say is be intelligent in a way that no one try to deceive you like I have been deceived. Fool, you have not seen. If you see my face, you will see that I'm the greatest fool on the face of this earth. But I try and fail. Now, if I say I want you to be intelligent, please, it mean what it means. I've been misunderstood most of my life. Then I see Sri Ravi Shankar Ji's quote on Twitter. I don't have Twitter here. Let me just show you. So you're playing games with me like this, really. I thought I met a very good Emirati, make me cry, because. So here we have Bob the Builder, which I have subscribed to on Twitter, following. So they've shared this Speaker's Corner, Prophet Muhammad marrying 6 years old child, verse, where? No, a Sahih Muslim hadith, not verse. And they are, this lady is exasperated with the Bob the Builder on speaker at a Speaker's Corner. Then we have Khalil Andani, PhD, at Khalil Andani. 1 hour ago, tweet. Prophet Muhammad never married a 6-year-old girl, nor did he marry a 9-year-old girl. Christian apologists should apply same historical standards to historical Muhammad as they do to the historical Jesus. Then I go try to search where is that Shri Ravi Shankar Ji here. Let me find his tweet. So some time ago I said the police be intelligent. Chiku has Ramana Maharishi and a naked woman. Very good, Chiku. I like. There's nothing wrong. Be comfortable with your bodies, women. Even if you're my father very on this, maybe he not want me to, but he listened to that song Angarai. That Gajrare. When there is imperfection of speech, you have to look beyond the speech. If you can see the good intention behind the imperfection in the speech, then you will not become imperfect in your feelings, Gurudev. Oh, God. Okay, this is anything else from Sri Ravi Shankar Ji? Well, this is his other, I am a sadhak. I am a sadhak. When there is imperfection of speech, you have to look beyond the speech. So not to be perfect, Yasmin Muhammad, I didn't see that. What else she put here? So what else we have here? Islam, Holy Quran, that man is God's noblest creation. Ismailis, and we have other Imams saying here, and he's a speech doing. Each generation must leave the successes enhanced in all this. So maybe a person wanted me to see all this recent tweets coming from the Muslims, Ismailis and all. Maybe even one day Sri Ravi Shankar Ji will become a Muslim. We never know. So घबराएंगे मुसलमान घबराएंगे घबराएगी ज़ैनब. Where Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji's I am not a lying, although I was declared in Karachi American School a liar. So that must be in my school record too. Oh, there's my mother's relative's daughter tweet. Sorry, I have to just like this. How to overcome boredom. So these, they are compromising, these sadhaks are compromising with the Muslims. Recently, the Hindus. Very, very good, very good. So, I'm only one and alone here, and I wonder, Dawn Hugh is here. Aisha was 5 years, 8 months when Muhammad married her. Okay, Dawn Hugh, but have you, I don't know whether Aisha, I'm not into this, yeah, I said debate, right? Yes. But Christians, you can't win with the Muslims here. Now, the Muslims have done thorough research about this. If you say Aisha was 5 years, 8 months old when Muhammad married her, then you read this article from Guardian, theguardian.com. In addition, some modern Muslim scholars have more recently cast doubt on the veracity of the saying or hadith used to assert Aisha's young age. Where did Aisha say? Can you cite a hadith here? It seems difficult to reconcile with this, with her being 6. Because you see why. In addition, some modern Muslim scholars have more recently cast doubt on the veracity of the saying or hadith used to assert Aisha's young age. In Islam, the hadith literature, sayings of the Prophet is considered secondary to the Quran. Donahue, did you know this? That in Islam, the hadith literature, saying of the Prophet is considered secondary. Oh, very good. While the Quran is considered to be the verbatim word of God. Donahue has given, I have to stop. Donahue has given Bukhari 7. We will look at this. That Aisha's age, Sahih Bukhari 7 62264. Narrated Aisha that Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years. Where does it say in this hadith that she was 5 years and 8 months? Listen, you pray 5 times a day. It's not in the Quran, is it? No, it's not in the Quran, but if there is a Quran ayat, there are Quran ayats to perform salat, right? Pray. There's nothing against prayers, right? Hope you're also listening. Donahue. You cherry pick. Okay, Donahue, I don't cherry pick. You are cherry picking. So you stop this kind of a thing. Otherwise, I will have to, because I don't know whether you are Muslim coming here or what. Stop blaming people. First, listen. Since you said, listen, you pray 5 times a day, it's not in the Quran, is it? Why did Muhammad refuse Fatima to be married? First of all, you've come with this nonsense debate, right? I was going to go to forced marriages. Whether Muhammad married Aisha at 5 when she was 4 or she was an infant. Why did Muhammad have 13 wives? This is not the topic here. I just want to see who comes to play around here and waste my time. How many Muslims are going to come here in the name of Christianity as Christians and waste my time here? You're the first one to come here. I have nothing to do with Muhammad married 20 wives because I know he's a false prophet and I know the Quran is not the word of Allah. And Muslims are at this and the Christians are against the Muslims about this. So I want to show both of you, Christians and Muslims, please see this. Why? Allah is a limited God. Why Allah is a goddess? Ha ha ha. See, this is your lowness. That you blame me for cherry picking. And you're not even a Christian, I know. You've come here to tell me, test me. I know you're not a Christian, even though you've named yourself Don Hugh. No, it's not the truth. You're not a Christian. So I want to cut all that nonsense about debate in this. Don't waste my time. Muslim Christians, both of you, because I've had enough. Yes? If even the Sheikh wants to say that he's a Muslim, Sheikhs, even UAE Sheikhs, Qatar Sheikh, Amirs, right? I will not budge from what I've seen here against Prophet Muhammad. You can use every tactic you like against me, you Muslims. I will die here in this. You can confine me, don't give me delivery, put my water down pressure. You can harass me in every way you like, you Muslims, right? I never said he was a prophet. When did I say Prophet Muhammad was a prophet? I came here to buff you. What's that in cards? Buff. I've forgotten since buffing. What's that in card game? Bluff. Not buff. Bluff. I came to see who's going to come and waste my time here. Which Muslim? Yeah, bluff. I remembered now. Just saw your... try to deceive someone as to one's abilities or intentions. Fake, feign, pretend. Oh my God, I know that they're very deceiving people. On Eid day, an Emirati came and said he's looking for a job. So please delete things that, I've thought he's the one who was harassing me on Twitter. And I cried because my heart has turned so hard seeing these Muslims come here, low lives, using tactics. Your whole, the Sheikh of UAE president will be devastated to see this bluffing. Not bluffing, not my bluffing you here, but he will be devastated. Even Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid will be devastated. Right? And all the sheikhs or families will be devastated. So I came here with good intentions to be clean and open and tell them that you are at liberty. You can send the police anytime you like for me. But no, they have to take the roundabout manner. You see, because emotional security, very important, this religion gives. Even Jiddu Krishnamurti said, you will listen to this, but you will go back to your religion. So I'm sorry to say this. I'm not in the good books with the UAE sheikhs. They will apply any tactic against me. Use my brothers, use my family here, because we are obligated to them, financially dependent. Okay, so you see the title? You see the title and you see how you people are in this arguments and debates. Let me show you. Where's the tweet? Oh, I can't show you here. You see how you you see how you got bluffed by me. I never debate. Why in the world would I put debate here? I'm just joking. So you came here to debate. And you think that I'm going to show you this this article by Sarah on The Guardian. A Christian, I give you very simple. You not have to go through all this and read. I'm helping you Christians and myself. How stupid can you be? I'm sorry. Even I admit I'm the stupidest ever. But I not know why, how God give me this. This stupid person, this foolish person, in the end, God give her something. I'm helping you Christians. Okay, you don't need help in this, so you leave. I'm giving you a shortcut, helping myself, helping polytheists, whoever are with me. If you don't need help, you leave from here. Okay, brother? No, this is not your... No, you leave. I ask you politely to leave, please. You said we don't need help, so please leave. I don't believe in Sahih. I only believe in what Aisha write against Prophet Muhammad. I don't even believe in the Quran ayats. And as a Shia, when I was a Shia, we didn't even believe in Sahih. We had to scrutinize it with what our Imams say and the Quran ayats and all this. Even if our Imams say against Quran ayats, we reject their hadiths. So you're not ordering me around here. Yes, she wrote it. Yes, I understand that. And this poor Zainab bin Josh was forced to marry Zaid, right? So you can go on blue in the face on Twitter, Bob the Builder, and that the Muslim lady hijab can go blue in the face telling him that no, Prophet Muhammad, well, I this, I that, okay, he married. This is the way you argue, shouting at each other. And I have to shout at you here. So let's go another way, civilized manner. Very, very, take a shortcut. Was Zainab bin Josh not forced? There's an article which says consent of two parties is required, spouses. This is a contract, you know. No. So how can Aisha be 16 or 19? No. I'm not going into that debate. It's a bluff, you see. I invited yes, definitely I believe what Aisha, I believe Aisha's hadiths more than the Quran ayats. But that's how I believe in Aisha, that she was 6. Yes, I believe in Aisha more than the Quran ayats. Okay, how do the Quran ayats read the verses out loud? Which verses? It's a hadith, it's not a verse. And why should I go into this when I know that Zainab bin Josh was forced to marry Zaid? The Muslims are going to ignore that. No one cares about that. The Christians, being as stupid as they are, don't bring that out. Forced marriage. They don't put that in the forced marriage. They don't worry about Zainab bin Josh. That's a hadith you've just quoted. You just quoted a hadith, Sahih. It's not a Quran. Do you know the difference between Quran and Sahih hadiths? Look, don't waste my time here. I was bluffing. There's no debate. I'm not having a debate with you here about Prophet Muhammad marrying a child. I believe in the hadith that has come. I believe in the hadith more than I believe in the Quran. Don't you? Please stop it. Stop it. Otherwise, I will time you out now. Don, you? Stop it. Stop it. It is a bluff. I came here, it is a joke. I believe she was, she was 6 years old, not even under. I believe Aisha more than the Quran, more than Prophet Muhammad, more than the Muslims and their stupid research. And the way you people, Christians, I don't believe you. I believe that Aisha, that poor Aisha, was 6 years old when Muhammad married her. These are not verses. This you have given me 7. 62 to 64 is the hadith. Bukhari. Now stop it. Stop telling me read the verses. It's a hadith. It's not a verse in the Quran. But I believe that hadith. So I'm going to say why I believe in Aisha. More than I believe in the Quran ayats. So stop your nonsense here. Stop repeating yourself. Husseini, Muslims, stop it. The Quran tells you to pray. Oh my goodness. The Quran tells you to pray. There's nothing against praying. Is there anything against praying in the Quran? Is there anything? This you cannot compare. Baba, you can't compare, don't you? You can't compare this hadith because there are certain ayats in the Quran which are terrible, which don't say the consent should be given by a child bride. It says take the consent of the guardian. This is different. Where is it? Where does it say against the against prayers in the Quran ayat? Do not pray. Where does it say do not pray? It just doesn't give the method of praying. She had no say. Definitely she had no say. She had no say. I agree with you. But you said you don't want my help. Then why are you here? When I said let me help you Christians, you are saying I don't want your help. We don't need help from you, right? So then why are you still here? I don't need your help. I don't need your help in this, don't you? And you don't need my help. So please leave. The most civilized thing to do is to leave my live stream. Because you're wasting my time, my breath, my energy. I've got the help saying this Quran is not the word of Allah. It is from other than Allah. And you people are going into child marriages and details. First of all, get the Muslims by saying to them, this is not the word of Allah. Foremost, the Quran is not the word of Allah. Right? Correct? And then Zainab bin Josh was forced. So how can they say that the consent of the spouses is necessary for marriage? Quran has given. Where's that ayat? God knows which ayat they quote and what they will try to explain that ayat according to their own explanation. Agreed, right? Oh, thank God. Okay, this is what I'm saying. The title, Don Hugh, was just a bluff. Now, someone who doesn't agree that this Quran is the word of Allah because she has shown you some contradictory ayats, and yet you are bent on going other way and this way. Why should you go any other way? Why should you go any further? I believe that Muhammad was a warlord. He wanted to destroy the Jews of Yathrib. He wanted to destroy the polytheists of Makkah. He wanted to destroy the Christians. So now you're going to show me on Twitter. I go on Twitter, see this debate against Bob, Speaker's Corner, Bob, right, the builder, on Twitter. His name is Bob the Builder. Against a woman, Muslim woman in hijab. He was an evil man. Definitely he was an evil man. I can see it. He was the worst evil man ever on earth. Right? Brother? This is, if you, and I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Jew. I just want to say that these debates would, when the Muslims don't hear me, when the Muslims are not hearing me, sorry, can I blame the Christians? I can't blame the Christians, right? When the Muslims don't hear me, they can't accept this, that I have shown them in a civilized manner, caring for them from the very beginning, like as a caring person. But if these Muslims are going to come underhanded and behind the doors to me, to show me something, show me builder, Bob the builder, how he's shouting at hijabi at Speaker's Corner, try to melt my heart for her, that lady in hijab. How rude he is. And the lady also is shouting at him. That's not the way. Dishonest. I will not take dishonesty in a very graceful manner anymore. I've taken it for years. Sometimes where I could walk away quietly, silently, I've walked away. Only when I had to say something not good for your country, Pakistan. Don't lie. Personal matter where my friend, ex-friend, snapped at me and blamed me personally for jealousy and all this, I realized best thing, keep quiet and walk away. Silently. Muslims don't hear me. I've shown them. So if you Muslims can't take it, your emotional insecurity is at stake, and you have some fear, think of those polytheists of those at that time. I have proven, even through history, Islamic history recently, how they keep saying you broke the pact. I have shown the conquest of Makkah. Through the conquest of Makkah, I've shown things, proven that the Islamic history is illogical, cannot be trusted upon. But the Muslims are giving me such a hard time, even using Ismailis now, even using His Highness, Dr. Khalil Andani now, and putting me against him. in such a subtle manner that I couldn't believe what I was saying. You know, His Highness Sheikh Muhammad here has given. No, what is my. What have I given to the Ismailis? Huh? What have I given? You know, Agha Khan must be indebted because Agha Khan, the Ismailis were given land, free land here to build their Jamaat in Dubai. Free land by Sheikh Muhammad. What is my standing here? Tell me. You know, sometimes I tell myself, don't even talk. You have no right. Who is feeding you here? Who's putting the meal on your table? What is my standing here? You know, nothing. I'm a burden. I want to work because I've seen exploitations and treachery, how Pakistan exploits their poor people, considers those burden and stunted children there, and molests them. Not only Pakistan, I've heard in Iraq and all that. My cousin going to Iran, Iraq, or somewhere, the shopkeeper, they're so frustrated. They want to, even like giving them money, they want to touch the fingers in Iraq or Damascus, Syria, or Iran. These Muslims are so frustrated. I think I read somewhere that Sheikh Muhammad, or who was it? Sheikh Muhammad's father, Sheikh Rashid, who gave free land to Agha Khan for his Jamaat here in Dubai. So please, no one is going to come here. And if you're coming here, I'm sure you're from somewhere that I don't want to say. Because if I say it, you'll say, no, I'm not. I'm a true Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. There's discrepancy. There's forced marriage, for God's sakes. And Muslims are saying, and now they have found, they've done a lot of research on Aisha. Of course they're not going to believe in this hadith. Can you not see, don't you? They're not going to believe in this hadith. I don't know why the Muslims are doing this to me. So this title was a bluff to see who will come. Debate on Prophet Muhammad married a child. Debate. No, I don't do debates. So I wanted to see. Only 2 videos here. You have Ukraine, the Mashhad, and listen, Abdul. You have only 2 videos here, don't you? Oh, sorry, Ukraine, the mashed. The mashed, sorry, not Mashhad. Oh, I thought maybe you were Shia or something. Sorry, I apologize. Listen, Abdul, 2 videos only. Nothing else. About you, who are you? We don't know. No subscribers, no videos, nothing. Just 2 playlists created. Right. Now, do you also want to give me a hard time here? It's about the Ukraine war from 2014. Oh, yes, I know, yeah. I see. Okay. Uh, this truth about Muhammad. No, no, wait a minute. Truth about Muhammad. I'm in, uh, this, once our Sheikh Muhammad said he's read a historian, he's that historian, and Sheikh, our Sheikhs are very, very wise, right? And so, you know what I mean? They would use nice tactics like to get me. They cannot, I mean, maybe they can execute me, but I think they've decided not to execute me here. A stateswoman, scholar, mufti, judge, Aisha combined spirituality activists. The truth about Muhammad is that he's a false prophet. That's the truth about Muhammad that I've been showing. So now these Muslims have done a research, in-depth research. Now they can't take the Sahih Bukhari even. They are meaning to leave Sahih Bukhari. They can't believe in that. Where's the other? Where's this consent in the Quran? Consent? You're saying two spouses marrying each other. Look at how wrong the Muslims are in this. Whereas about this, they have done now in depth. First Montgomery, but recently the Muslims are doing in depth research on this. Saudi Arabia, sadly, in many countries, the imperatives motivating the marriage of young girls are typically economic. In others, they are political. The fact that Iran and Saudi Arabia have both sought to use the saying concerning Aisha's age. Even Iran, which is a Shia state, justification for lowering the legal age of marriage tells us a great deal. Look, and who is she? He or she? Sorry, Mariam, she, Francois, Shera, or Sarah. Look at how stupid they are. I mean, sorry, Jesus. It's about ethics. I'm not supposed to say that. But even great writers. And then Aisha even writes that Muhammad had a dream or something that he was supposed to marry Aisha. Don't even consider the age, but just consider Muhammad having a dream that he's marrying Aisha, and this terrible, they say that she annoyed him. Surah Tahrim ayat, that's why he had to break the oath, go against the law of Allah. Surah Tahrim ayat 1, and other ayats against Aisha and Hafsa. Now, how can you do this to yourself? On one hand, you're saying, okay, history and even the Quran ayats go against this, that Aisha was 6. They don't say anything about Aisha being 6. And if and a 6-year-old cannot give consent, so it has to come from the Quran ayat says, Quran ayat. Where's the Quran ayat? Which Quran ayat are you going to give me? That says, consent is required. Consent of spouses. Spoken consent of a woman is only required. I had the Saudi Arabian come here, Salahuddin, waste my hours and hours and hours, not realizing, my health. I mean, these Arab Muslims. Today I only cried, tears were pouring out of my, I was, this other, I felt that whoever had come before that was kind of set up by my sheikh against me. And things like that, knowing they're following me and all this. I couldn't wash my dishes. I was so mentally tired, I slept for 2 days or something. Excuse me. Today, only an Emirati who is, I was like, he's so good, but I told myself, chup. Shh. You don't know. You've been deceived so many times. Oh, such a great man. Such a good man. I can't believe it. He understands my health problems. Or can you please go on Twitter and remove this? You know what? I could wash my dishes, and because I felt that okay, I have a good Emirati patron. You know what? He wanted to send me on Twitter. What a fool I am. He wanted to send me on my Twitter so that I would look at the people I'm following, and there they, even Khalil Andani and all, and even Sri Ravi Shankar ji, that you say people are stupid, but you need to this and that. Like I've been saying, Muslims become intelligent. The sheikhs are using this against me. They're following me here. I mean, they're little people. Under them. The people under them are following me. Builder. Bob the Builder. Made me so angry now. Bob the Builder. So, whoops, I'm not signed in. Bob the Builder, Speaker's Corner. And what has Sri Ravi Shankar ji said? Oh my God. So very calculating, very, very wise, I must say. Okay, let me see if there is one on YouTube. About Aisha. So they want to tell me that Aisha Aisha wasn't 6 years old, because they've done great research on this. Asma, her sister, was 100 in Hijrah, this. And then if you take when she said herself she was 100 years old, then you take these sheikhs, they cannot, pride never falls, they cannot, they will not see reason. They're just so egoistic. These Muslims, sheikhs, also of UAE. I didn't think they would be so stubborn. I thought they would listen to the voice of reason, the voice which cares for them also. But they're not. They sent their Salahuddin, their Saudi Arabian here. No matter what I told him, that the Quran has he would not see this. But very stubborn. Some Arabs are very, very stubborn also. Not only the Pakistanis. Some Arabs also are very, very stubborn. Even those who are working for the Sheikh are very stubborn. And the Sheikhs also are very stubborn. So they will not listen. What will happen to me? I don't know. But this was a bluff, don't you? This was a bluff. To tell you forced marriage, Zainab bin Josh, having Zainab bin Josh. Look at the tafsirs of Shia also. It's a forced marriage. And they keep saying consent is required. Where's consent required in the Quran ayat? Where's that ayat which says consent is required? So, they also say that we take the contract, and because marriage is a contract, this is what they've used against me. I don't care if now Sheikh Muhammad mere chichre ura de, like, because I'm just a fly. Fly. They will take the fly, right? But from this truth that I have found, you can't deceive me. So please send my message. I'm a human being, I have my right to follow what I see is right and wrong. You can't control my life. Muslims, you never will. But you can. Oh yes, you can try, and you can even take my life. But such a wrath will come upon you people. Your whole UAE will be finished.